In this lesson, we're going to talk about draft. Draft is one of the features that will separate a plastic part from many other types of manufacturing processes. Let's start by opening a brand new part in SOLIDWORKS using one of your Infinite Skills part templates. And on the front plane, open a new sketch. One of the ways of creating draft is to put draft directly in the sketch. So I'm going to sketch a rectangle. And when you sketch a rectangle, let's turn on the sketch relations so we can see all of the relations that are in here. You can't apply an angle to a line that has a vertical relationship to it. So if we're going to apply draft within this sketch, we're going to have to delete some relationships. Let's start by selecting this vertical relation and then pressing delete on the keyboard. Notice the line turns from black to blue. And if we go over here, select vertical relation, delete that. Now, either one of these lines can be angled in. Very often, you'll want your draft to be symmetrical on a part or the same all the way around. So the way I'm going to control that is with a center line. I'll come from the midpoint of the bottom line to the midpoint of the top line, and then add a vertical relation. So with angled lines now on the sides of this rectangle, I'll apply a draft angle. And a draft angle is usually measured from the vertical. So I can create an angle between the side of this quadrilateral and the vertical center line. Typical draft angles are between 1 and 5 degrees. And generally, in plastic parts, draft is from the largest dimension, so that the draft always removes material. That means it's conventional to dimension this longer line rather than the shorter line. Also, there's something to be careful of when you're dealing with draft. If you try to dimension the drafted line itself, notice that there's two possible dimensions that you can get. One is the dimension in the Y direction, the pure vertical direction, and the other is a slightly angled dimension that's the actual length of the line. You want to be very careful to make sure that you're getting dimensions that are straight up and down or parallel to one of the main axes, not parallel to drafted faces or edges. This will become more important as we start working in 3D with drafted parts. You'll not be able to sketch on a drafted face, but you'll have to sketch instead on a plane that's square to your coordinate system. People have different views about how to deal with draft on plastic parts, and some people will do it just as we have done here, where the sides of this part are drafted, but the extrude feature cannot account for the draft on the ends. So you would have to apply that draft as a separate feature. I click on the draft feature on the features toolbar and select the manual option. There are three types of draft: the neutral plane, parting line, and step draft. Neutral plane is the easiest draft to use. And so what we'll do is we'll select a plane at which the dimensions will not change. This arrow indicates the direction of pull, and the direction of pull can be one of two directions, up or down. What this equates to in the manufacturing world is that the die that the plastic part is created in is made of steel, and the steel has to be pulled away from the plastic. If you think of the part that we're designing here as being a plastic part, then all of the air around it has to be steel. And half of the steel will pull up and half of the steel will pull down. When the steel on the top side pulls away, there has to be a slight angle on the side of the plastic part in order for it to slide easily out of the steel cavity. This is just like ice cubes in an ice tray. So if we look at this part from the top, we notice that these two sides have the draft on them. Those are the sides where we sketched the draft, but the ends of the extrude do not have draft. so the part cannot be manufactured properly using the injection mold process. In order to add the draft on the ends, let's go back again to the draft feature, making sure that you've got the manual option, neutral plane type of draft, and we'll set the draft angle to 3 degrees. The neutral plane, we want to be the bottom face. But this arrow, again, is representing the direction of pull, and we want to pull straight up. The faces that we are going to draft are these two end faces. By accepting these settings, you can see the SOLIDWORKS has slightly angled the end faces on the extrude feature. If we look at this again from the top, using the normal 2 option, you see that we've got draft all the way around. Another way of visualizing draft is to use the View, Display, Draft Analysis option. The first thing you have to establish is a direction of pull. If you're not familiar with mold or plastics terminology, direction of pull is one of the concepts that you have to get down right away. So a direction of pull can be established by a face or an axis. So if I select on the top face, the direction of pull is straight up. And SOLIDWORKS will automatically color the faces of the model according to the direction of pull. You can also use this face classification option, which I find more useful because the shading remains on the model and it's easier to see. If you press the green check, you can continue to work with the model in the draft analysis mode so that any new features that you add, let's say we add another feature here, let's sketch it in, and this time let's use a cut feature, and we only want to cut this part way. And this time, instead of sketching the draft, we're going to use the draft option within the extrude feature. I can set this at 3 degrees, and you can see the preview updating as I make those changes. You can also draft outward or draft inward. In this case, we want to draft inward. When we accept the feature, notice that SOLIDWORKS has colored these new faces green. That's because these faces have positive draft according to the draft angle that we set in the draft analysis property manager. If we go back and edit this feature and make the draft go outward, there's a couple of things to notice here. The first is that the faces around the outside of the cut are all red. And the second is that if we look at this in wireframe, if there were a part of the die that were to stick down in here to make this, you wouldn't be able to remove the plastic part from the steel die because the draft angle is backwards. If you're not familiar or you're new to the plastics manufacturing techniques and jargon, again, this is something that you'll need to learn before you get very far in the process.